Okay, so I'm just down here. Okay, I haven't left yet, which is actually funny because I'm reading the Neighborhood Talks Instagram and Little Future, Sierra's son, that she had with Future, the neighborhood hoe, the slut, the whore, the harlot, the yeah, she had a baby with that hoe. And so it was his birthday, and I was reading the captions that Russell Wilson wrote, and then I was reading the caption that Future wrote. He posted a picture of the little boy and said, "Happy birthday. Happy birthday to the smartest, charismatic, most talented kid in not just the letter N, not IN, okay? In the world, baby Future, the best wishes and bigger blessings for you, my son. I love you, you." And then an eagle flying. And then Sierra's caption was, "Baby boy, I just can't believe you are 7. You are the sweetest son and big brother anyone could ask for. You have an incredible sense of wonder, curiosity, determination, and a big heart full of gratitude. I have no doubt you are going to do amazing things, big things in life. I'm so excited to keep watching you grow. Happy birthday, sunshine. Love you so much, firstborn." Now his stepfather, or his father, right? Russell Wilson says, "Wow, 7 years old. I'll never forget the day we met. I didn't just fall in love with your mom, but I knew God was blessing me with you too. You have been my joy every morning and my light every night for these 7 years, and I can't wait to see you shine in every obstacle and hit every pitch in life out. Keep growing, keep loving, keep shining, keep running real fast. I love you, son, all the way to heaven and back. Happy birthday, Mom. Sierra and I are so proud of you and grateful for you." Shout out to the healthy, heart centered, present, and attuned step parents. Shout out to y'all. Let me tell you something. I had a bad experience with a step parent, I'm telling you. And it's nothing like being loved by someone who really just wants to be with your parent for whatever reason. There's no better feeling than to have somebody say those words and they really are not, because I have a theory that men, and when I say men, I'm talking about black men, but I see it a lot. Men, and there are some women who do it too, they don't want to act like they can't hold space for things that aren't directly connected to them, right? That's not my son. That's not my son. Like Ebony on New York. She did not understand. She would be an awful stepmother because she did not understand why this man wanted to stay during the pandemic. She didn't like that he wanted to stay with his children while they were grown and while they were old. This man who she was about to marry wanted to stay with his children during the pandemic, and she saw that as neglect. She saw that like, you didn't put me first, so this is not going to be the right marriage for me, or what have you. She would be an awful stepmother because it's not about the children, no matter how old they are. It's about her and what she wants. While her needs need to be met, for you to lack understanding and be unreasonable, especially in this particular scenario, tells me you're not going to be a good stepmother. So great. You don't need to be with nobody with kids, okay? For Russell Wilson, who, like I said, is heart-centered, ladies, when you are desiring partnership, find a man, okay, who operates from the heart, not from his dick, not from his root chakra, but from his heart center, right? Because when people operate from their heart center, they approach things differently, they react to things differently, they are able to express compassion when necessary, empathy when necessary. someone who is also attuned, right? Someone who also knows that there is something bigger and greater than he himself, right? Those are the type of men that you want to partner and procreate and bring into a life of a child that you already have. I don't know everything about Russell Wilson, but what he demonstrates to the public and what he shows us is that he is a heart-centered, attuned, present father for this little boy who the world wishes, right? The man world wishes that Sierra would have never found someone like that, because in our society, someone like Russell Wilson who treats women the right way is seen as a simp. When you treat women nicely, when you're nice to women and you hold space and protect women and really protect women, and women feel safe around you, those men are simps. The majority of men look at those men as beta. and beta is used to be the opposite of alpha, right? When in actuality, alphas bring order and peace and heart-centered perspectives, right? They don't approach situations the way that y'all do. They don't interact and engage with women the way that y'all do. It's a different way, and you can tell the way, if a man is heart-centered, the way that he speaks to you, you can tell. You know it and you can feel it. You know where you can feel it? In your heart too. Doesn't mean you need to fall in love with a nigga, right? It doesn't mean you need to do that. But those are the men you want to be around. Men that you really know is going to hold space for my children, be attuned, be present, not posting something on my Instagram story with a little caption on the side with a bunch of misspellings and talking like, you know, like you don't have any, like no. Anyways, shout out to Russell Wilson and the other men who operate from that same template or a similar template. Shout out to y'all, because the rest of y'all, like Future, the ones who wish that Sierra was out here begging to be back with Future, who wish she was a bitter black single mother, you wish. And she went and found a heart-centered, attuned, present man to be in her life and to raise her son by this whore, because she had a baby with a whore. Yeah. And that hoe was never going to be a husband, and will never be a husband. Future, and I hate to say this, but Future will die alone, right? The tip of his dick will be soggy and limp. His hairline will be back here, and he'll be alone, and he'll die alone, and we'll be on YouTube talking about how this man died alone, and none of his kids, they don't know where his kids was. The kids was with their fathers. With their new daddies. Shout out to Drew Zadora with their new daddy, because they didn't want to fuck with old daddy, okay? Because old daddy ain't shit. Old daddy is a hoe, okay? Old daddy is a slut. Old daddy is community dick. Simon got his teeth done. Simon Gobadia. He got his teeth done. It actually makes him look way better. It actually then Portia underneath talking about he's so hot. Black girls don't talk like that. That's why you know it's fake, because you don't even talk like that. When have you heard Portia say that a man was hot? Girl, black girls don't talk like that. Portia, you're a liar. Your whole life is a lie, and you lying for a bag. And that's what's really fucking sad. You lying for a bag. What else is going on here? Nick Cannon allegedly has another baby on the way. Like I said, he's trying to build his black kingdom. He's spraying his fertilizer everywhere. But Nick Cannon, I don't know. I don't know if is this baby Nick Cannon? This woman says she's going to name her baby Zen S. Cannon. Somebody asked, is Nick Cannon the dad? We don't know, is he? But he's building his black family with all these racially ambiguous half-black women. That's so funny. Do y'all really believe that non-black women can have black children? Do you really believe that? Like, really, do you really believe that whoever a man lays down with, the baby is the race of the man? Y'all really believe that? And another thing I want y'all to stop doing, can y'all stop calling man's semen that is infused with sperm? Can y'all stop saying that, or that it's a seed? The seed is here. We carry the seed. We carry the seed. You carry the fertilizer. So stop saying that you're spreading your seed. No, all you're doing is laying fertilizer down, honey. You're fertilizing seeds that are already there. That's all you're doing, and leaving them. Leaving them. You don't even tend to the garden, nothing. Just leaving them. It's nasty. Do y'all really think that? Do you really believe that a black man can get with a non-black woman and create a black baby? Y'all got to get away from that. Y'all have to do some studying. Y'all have to do some reading. Y'all have to, do a little research, okay? You guys got to know that the one drop rule, I don't know how I got on this, but it's a myth, okay? I'm talking about Nick Cannon and his Black Kingdom. Because Nick Cannon is one of those men who believe that he can go sleep with, all of Mexico and a little bit of Honduras and a little bit of, Colombia and a little bit of Puerto Rico. Oh, and white. And say that he's making black children. So shout out to Nick Cannon for fertilizing everybody. Dwyane Wade talks not having a traditional marriage with Gabrielle Union after she ignored his drinking limits. It's not the man leads and a woman follows. They're not your typical household. A lot of people, before Zaya came around with her identity and talked to us about that. People used to talk about the way that Dwyane Wade dressed. Just the way he dressed. It was like suspect. Oh, he might be gay. I don't understand it. But he dressed. I remember one time they said Gabrielle and him had on the same pants. They showed two different shots. She had on the pants one time and he had on, I don't know how they fit in the pants, but the pants were definitely high water because he's tall as hell. But he expresses himself with the way that he dresses. And our community, the men have a really poor relationship with masculinity. It's a really poor relationship with masculinity. And the way that they are socialized to perform masculinity, it leans over to the toxic side of it. It's not balanced. And when there's too much masculinity, you're not balanced. And that's why it's important that we know that we embody both of those energies, and we embody those. And so we should be able to express ourselves in both ways. There's some days where your masculinity will come out a little more. There's some days when you need to exercise femininity a little bit more. But we don't want to get toxic with it. And I think one of the things that really bothers our community is the way that men dress, right? That is not an outfit that a man would wear. And that's why we shout out non-binary people, because it's like, I'm going to dress, I'm going to look, I'm going to present, I'm going to perform femininity or masculinity or both. And no, you're not going to tell me that I can't wear this or I can't do this because I'm a man or I have a penis or I have a vagina. You can't tell me that, right? So I love that Dwyane Wade is expressive. I think he's one of a perfect parent for a trans child. I think, you have to be very strong in your own identity, especially in order to raise a trans child. I really believe that, because they're going through their identity, and you have to be strong in yours in order to help and protect them and be there for them. You can't be a man who is insecure about his masculinity, who his masculinity is fragile. You can't be those type of men are so dangerous. And the women who support that, who also will say that Dwyane Wade is somehow gay, or they don't like feminine men, or things like that. It's funny, you don't like feminine men, but Prince was fucking everybody. Everybody in heels. Okay. Um, so I don't believe that their marriage is traditional, right? I don't believe it, and I feel like traditional marriages are like, I think a lot more people are just like, listen, we're gonna design our marriage the way we want to design it. Whatever society says tradition looks like, we reject that. We're gonna operate in our relationship the way that we want to operate in our relationship. You don't have to be in our relationship. You don't have to like it, but this is how we're gonna do it, and that's just what it is. So Dwyane Wade says that he was giving orders to Gabrielle and she wasn't responding to them. Right. I think a lot of the times they want you to kind of become so identified with them that you lose yourself. And when you're not so identified with the man in the relationship, they get insecure about it. And they want you to kind of, morph into what they want you to morph into. And she was like, 2 drink minimum. What? You're not telling me what to do. I've been my own person, my own identity, my own person before I met you. I don't understand why now that we're together, I got to follow some rules you set. Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, if you don't get the hell out of here, and who's to say your rules are good, right? And that's it. That's all I wanted to come down here. I just saw that thing with Future and the baby. Just made me want to shout out, men who are heart-centered and attuned and present in their relationships with all people, not just the people that can do something for them or the people that they are directly connected to, but every person that they come in contact with, right? That's how you know. That's how you know. Future, I don't know, in some song he tell Steve Harvey, I don't want her. It's like the delusions that men like him, and he's a Scorpio, so he presumes everybody wants him, and so when the person rejects him, somehow he has to flip it and be like, well, I didn't want you anyway. You know how the niggas do. I didn't want you anyway. She dumped you, right? Okay, she dumped you and she went on to be with some, which I think is a publicity stunt as well, but she went on to be with Michael B. Jordan. That man literally took a dark-skinned black woman out of a role and put a light-skinned, racially ambiguous woman in a role. She was already there. She was in the preview. Even the little boy was dark-skinned. So Michael B. Jordan, I got, child, no, bye. That shit is fake. I think she's there for his image, to be like, you're losing the black woman while you traipsing around here and changing people out, making casting decisions. You losing them, so you might want to partner with this one right here. She's a good time. She'll stay with you for about 1.5 years, and then y'all can break up and then change your image for a little while. That's it, y'all. That's all I wanted to talk about. I think that's it. Oh yeah, he said, tell Steve Harvey I didn't want her. She didn't want you. Whatever you need to do to make yourself feel better, Future, because you are really a raggedy ass dude. Like a raggedy ass dude. Like, from just the way that you move with your dick, like the way that you just don't have any control. You fucking anybody and everybody, fertilizing eggs all over the place. It's just a mess. And you're like, really, like, shout out to Sierra for not being stuck in that programming that I'm sure so many people to this day. Sierra and Russell Wilson blows the brains of men who love to hang on to that single black woman. She is gonna be bitter. She's waiting for Future. She running after Future. She trying to get Future to marry her and all this other stuff. I'm so glad the men can't stand it, and I'm here for it, and I love it. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy. I'm gone for real this time. Peace.